Last year around this time, I made a video about the German Rauhnächte in general, what they are, where they come from, and why this time between the years has always been understood as something liminal, something in between. That quiet space where things aren't quite finished but not yet starting either. This year, I want to focus on a specific practice connected to that time. The 13 wishes. I'm not going to repeat the full Rauhnächte framework here. If you want that broader context, it's already covered in last year's video and I will link it. What I want to do today is simply walk you through how I personally work with the 13 wishes, when I prepare them, how I write them, and why this ritual is meaningful to me. At its core, the structure of the 13 wishes practice is actually very simple. Before the Rauhnächte begin, 13 wishes are written. During the 12 Rauhnächte, 1 wish is released each night. The wish isn't read and isn't checked. It's simply let go of, released into the universe traditionally by burning it. And at the end of the 12 nights, 1 wish remains. This ritual isn't about wish fulfillment in the look at the shooting star and wish something sense. It's more about sorting intentions. You sort your intentions by picking the wishes, and then some wishes are placed outside direct control, while 1 stays clearly within it. The wishes are prepared before the Rauhnächte begin. Many people choose to do this around the winter solstice on December 21st, and that's also how I personally work with it. The solstice already carries that sense of pause, a moment of reorientation. It marks a turning point in the year, the moment where the movement shifts and the light begins to return. Writing the wishes at that time, when we are already reflective rather than reactive, makes a difference. Once written, all 13 wishes are folded and placed together in a small jar or bag. They stay there untouched until the first Rauhnacht, which traditionally begins on the night of December 24th, going into December 25th. In this structure, the solstice is for articulation, the Rauhnächte are for release. The wishes itself are written as they are already fulfilled. This tends to feel a little bit strange at first, but that's totally normal, and I mean it like this. Instead of writing, I want to be healthy, the wording becomes, I am healthy. Instead of, I hope I feel supported, it becomes, I feel supported. This way of writing isn't unique to this ritual. It appears across many manifestation and intention-based practices. Affirmations, assumption-based work, identity-focused intention setting. The common thread is that the language places attention into a state rather than into longing or lack. So when I sit down to write the wishes, I don't usually start with the final wording anyways. What helps is starting with a general line first, the big areas of your life that feel relevant right now. Health, work, relationships, stability, creativity, things like that. From there, I break those general themes down into more specific wishes that describe how I want those areas to feel in the coming year. For example, instead of 1 broad wish around health, that might turn into 2 or 3 wishes. Feeling more stable in my body, having energy that lasts through the day, relating to my body with more trust. It's also completely fine if all 13 wishes don't come at once. Sometimes I will have a few clear ones on the first day and the rest take shape over the next night or 2. That is still part of the preparation phase and it counts. Or the other way around, you come up with way too many wishes and you have to narrow them down to 13. That's also very normal. Another thing that often gets overlooked is that wishes don't only have to be about something new entering your life. Some wishes are about what you want to keep. stability you don't want to lose, relationships you want to stay steady, practices or routines you want to continue rather than replace. At the same time, there's a balance in how specific the wishes are. This is usually the point where people start overthinking it. Hyper-specific outcomes, exact numbers, rigid timelines, very narrow external results, tend to collapse this practice into control. On the other hand, wishes that are overly abstract don't anchor into lived experience at all. What works best sits between those extremes. For example, instead of "I will never get sick again," a wish might be written as "I experience stability and care in my health." Instead of "I am widely successful," it might be "I feel competent and resourced in my work." Instead of "I am healed," it could be "I relate to my body and emotions with trust." These are fulfilled states and describe how life feels, not how it performs. And now on to the ritual itself. The Rauhnächte span the 12 nights from December 25th to January 6th. Once they begin, the ritual becomes intentionally minimal. Each night, one folded wish is drawn from the jar or bag where you put it and released without being opened. Traditionally, this happens during the night of the Rauhnacht. Many people choose late evening or around midnight, but what matters is the night itself, not the specific clock time. I usually do this close to midnight, but it should fit into real life. Don't fight for specific times in your day. You do not track which wish it is. You don't try to remember what you wrote on that piece of paper. You let it go without knowing. The wishes are folded in a way that you can see the writing, and those wishes that are released are never opened, only burned unopened. The moment the process turns into tracking or evaluation, it shifts back into control, which is exactly what this ritual is designed to interrupt. Once a wish is read, the mind gets involved, ranking, hoping, worrying, comparing. Keeping the wishes folded prevents that layer of interference. After 12 nights, ending on the night of January 5th going into January the 6th, 12 wishes are gone. One remains in the container unopened. If a night is missed, it's traditionally fine to burn more than one wish on another night, up to 3, which also allows this ritual to be shortened if needed. That final wish is opened only after the Rauhnächte are complete. Traditionally, that simply means once the 12 nights are over. I personally like to open it during daylight because this wish is about action and responsibility. So letting it see the light feels symbolically fitting. And that is also the shifting point where the tone of the practice changes a little. The 13th wish represents the part of the year that depends on personal action. The 12 wishes that are released are not meant to turn into goals or projects. They are deliberately placed outside conscious management. The universe will take care of them. But this last one wish is meant to stay in conscious relationship with you for the year ahead. So this is how the 13 wishes practice works and how I work with it. They are written around the solstice, prepared in advance, released one by one, and the one that remains is opened. If you want to take it one step further, you can craft even more meaning into the release of each wish. Burning is traditional, but it's not the only option. Some people release the wish using incense, a candle flame, or another symbolic form of fire if burning paper isn't possible for you. The Rauhnächte are 12 nights because they symbolically represent the 12 months ahead, and I talk about that more, including which night carries which theme, in the last year's video. But please don't overwhelm yourself with that if it's your first time working with this ritual. It is completely fine to burn the wish itself without adding anything else. But if you want to take it one step further, you can take the corresponding herbs from each night and burn the wish together with those herbs. So if you are planning to try the 13 wishes this year, I would love to hear about it in the comments. You can let me know whether it's your first time working with the Rauhnächte, have you done this ritual before, and what has your experience been. And if you want more videos like this, I would appreciate you subscribing. It really helps a lot to grow the channel. And as usual, take care. See you next time.